City Schools. The Gloucester City School District recognizes the importance of students reading and being read to during their summer vacation. This enriching experience is essential in maintaining the strategies and skills learned during the school year. Committees of teachers have put together recommended reading lists for students entering kindergarten and first grade, and also recommended reading lists and required reading lists for those students in grades 2 through 12. Our Success for All facilitators have prepared a video to discuss our summer reading program, and we will begin with Rosetta Perno, who will discuss the reading program for students entering kindergarten and first grade in September.
Suspense, fantasy, mystery, surprise, humor. These are characteristics of the literature that is included in the summer reading list for all children entering kindergarten at Cold Spring School. The 10 books that are included in the suggested literature list for summer reading feature award-winning authors and illustrators, along with literary classics. You can spark the imagination of your child by sharing the pleasures of these books. You'll find the rhythm of the words, exciting plot development, and eye-catching illustrations captivating. If you and your child feel the need to cool off on a sweltering hot day, The Snowman is the perfect book to read. This story tells of the adventures of a little boy and a magical snowman. Everyone likes to travel in the summer. Take an imaginary trip to the jungle and escape into the world of tigers, snakes, and monkeys while reading Who is the Beast? The powerful movement of the words and the bold illustrations of Chicka Chicka Boom Boom guarantee that your child will want to hear this book over and over again. Fishing is a favorite summertime activity for many children. Leo Leone's Swimmy tells about the underwater adventures of an entire school of fish. The award-winning author and illustrator Eric Carle is represented on our list with his book, The Very Quiet Cricket. The enchanting storyline and bold brushstrokes of the artwork captivates the imagination of young children. The whimsical rhymes of Shel Silverstein's Giraffe and a Half enchant children of all ages. There is a suggested reading list of 11 books for students who are entering first grade. Children currently in our kindergarten program will receive a listing of the books at the end of the school year. Parents may also contact Cold Spring School to obtain a copy of the list. It is not required that parents read all 11 books to their children. However, it is easy to have fun with books. What could be a better way than to spend time together discovering the joys of reading? Parents can encourage participation during the reading time by having their child turn the pages, finish sentences, describe the pictures, or try to guess what will happen next. Besides reading the stories, perhaps the entire family can get together and put on a puppet show to dramatize the story. The shared reading experience between parent and child can be one of fun and adventure. So relax, pick up a book, and enjoy the wonderful world of literature with your child. Elaine Stevenson will now share information about our summer reading program for our students in 2nd and 3rd grades.
All children enjoy the freedom that summer brings. What better time to relax and take a literary trip with a good book? Cold Spring School has 2 summer reading lists for those children entering 2nd grade in September. There is a required reading list and a suggested reading list. In June, the first grade teachers assign 1 book from the required reading list for each first grade student based on that student's reading level. The books are distributed to the students to borrow over the summer vacation and to be returned in September. Our goal is to make it possible for students to have a pleasurable reading experience that will ensure their successes. One of the books on the first grade required reading list, Arthur and the Scare Your Pants Off Club, is a chapter book. Chapter books require a little more of a commitment on the part of the reader, especially young readers. Here is where parent involvement would prove quite beneficial. Discussion of the pictures and title centered around predicting what the book is about, followed by the parents reading a few pages to get the children into the plot of the story, will motivate the child to read on to the end. Periodically questioning the child about the characters and situations as he or she reads on independently will cause the reader to pause to think about the story in more depth and lead to a higher level of comprehension. During the first week of September, second grade teachers will administer an assessment on the book assigned for the required reading. It will count as a test grade for the first marking period in language arts and be placed in the student's writing portfolio. This assessment focuses upon the child's knowledge of the main characters in the story, the setting of the story, and the plot development of the story. The suggested reading list can be used as a guide for parents in selecting reading material to read to their child or for the child to read independently over the summer. Summer reading for students entering third grade in September is the same as that of those entering second, with one important difference. Children entering third grade in September will be assigned 2 books from the required reading list as well as a suggested reading list. They will be assessed on both of the assigned books. Parents motivating, encouraging, and supporting their child will ensure success with this endeavor. It is our wish that all children will experience many hours of pleasurable reading while on vacation, and that all children will develop a lifelong love for reading. As one of the characters, Miss McWord, said in the book Arthur and the Scare Your Pants Off Club, "Every story is like a seed. If a child reads one, the seed may grow into the desire to read another." Now Nancy Fiorini would like to talk to you about what's going on with summer reading at Mary Ethel Costello School for grades 4, 5, and 6.
Hi, I'm Nancy Fiorini, the SFA Reading Facilitator for Mary Ethel Costello School. One of our jobs is to instill the love of reading to all of our students and to make sure that they have the tools to become better readers. One way to do that is to make sure that students read the entire year. This includes the summertime. All 4th, 5th, and 6th grade students who will be attending Mary Ethel Costello School in the fall are required to read 2 books during the summer. The books are checked out from the Mary Ethel Costello School Library during the spring. In September, each student must return his or her books to the school library, so please take good care of them over the summer. All current 3rd graders will receive their books during an orientation visit to the school in the spring. The current 4th and 5th graders will receive their books during one of the reading periods at the end of the school year. The books each student receives are determined by their reading level. In September, the students will be asked to write about one of their books. The student will write either about the story's characters, the setting of the story, or one of the main ideas in the novel. This writing sample will be included as a language grade for the first marking period. At the end of this video, there will be a list of the summer reading books. The books are listed by the reading level, not the student's grade level. If you did not receive a summer reading book or have just moved into the district, please contact the main office at Mary Ethel Costello School. Barbara Norcross will now discuss the summer reading program for the junior high school.
Summer is a relaxing time, sleeping in, spending time with family and friends, and a time for reading. Where and when do most students read during the summer months? The answer to that question are as varied and numerous as the students themselves. From the privacy of their rooms to the city's parks, any location is perfect. Junior high school students are required to read 2 age and ability appropriate novels for their summer reading. 7th and 8th grade students receive their novels in language arts classes in June. Along with the novels, all students receive a detailed explanation of the assignments and projects that are completed during the summer and submitted to their teachers on the first day of school. Students are able to share their reading experiences with others through individual presentations during the first week of school. The presentations run the full gamut from posters and collages to dioramas. It's a chance for the students to share their imagination and creativity. Students gain further insight into their reading as they share their ideas in groups of students who have read the same book. This activity provides an opportunity to increase comprehension and build team cooperation. In addition, students are asked to take a test on both of the novels, as well as write an essay that is used for the September writing folder. Bud McKibben will now discuss the summer reading program for the senior high school.
Thank you, Barbara. When the students return to school in the fall, the first thing they'll be asked to do is to take 2 major tests on the books that they've read over the summer. Then they'll come to this computer lab where they'll have to write essays also on the books. As you can see, reading and understanding those summer reading books is very important for the students to get a good start in the next school year. Now, here are a few of our students to introduce you to the books.
Hi, my name is Tiffany Kay, and the books for the 8th graders going into 9th grade are Honors English 1 will be reading Death of a Salesman, The Diary of a Young Girl, the definitive edition. College English 1 will read A Separate Piece and Canary Row. All regular English classes will read A Day No Pigs Would Die and A Tree Grows in Brooklyn.
Hi, I'm Bill Weems, and the books for 9th graders going into 10th grade include: for Honors English, you will be reading The Grapes of Wrath and The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. If you are in College English, you'll be reading Of Mice and Men and Jane Eyre. And if you are in a regular English class, you will be reading Flowers for Algernon and To Kill a Mockingbird.
Hi, I'm Nicole Nicosia, and the books for the 10th going into 11th grades are American Tragedy and Red Badge of Courage are for Honors English, American Tragedy and House of Seven Gables is for College English, and On the Beach and Old Man and the Sea is for regular English classes.
Hi, my name is Dana Drgency, and the books for 11th graders going into 12th grade are David Copperfield and Tess of the D'Urbervilles for Honors English, A Brave New World and Sense and Sensibility for College English, and Lord of the Flies and Fahrenheit 451 for regular English classes.
I hope you enjoyed the video. It is important that I mention that the research has shown time and time again that students who read during the summer have better academic success throughout their educational experience. I'd like to thank our successful reading facilitators and also Mr. Bud McKibben, our English department head at the high school, for their hard work and dedication on this video. Following will be a list of the recommended and required books for the summer reading program. You can also find these lists on our district website, which is www.gcsd.k12.nj.us.